What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that comment, and hit that share button, man. Throw it on Facebook for me, man. I'm quite sure y'all can hear that lawnmower in the background. Hear what it is, was what it was, gonna be what it's gonna be, or see. You know? So y'all gonna have to let's wait till it go through. But anyway, moving on with the story. Man, I'm knowing y'all looking at that title. And y'all like, man, wait, what is Tune talking about? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all good enough to see a title and run with it and be like, and know what it is. That's what I try to switch it up. But anyway, man, we going back up into prison. Man, we going back up into prison, man. Man, we gonna go back to about, I'm gonna say about 1999 or 2000, somewhere up in there, man. At this time, I had been down maybe about 5 or 6 years, somewhere around there. I had been down. So, you know, I'm all in. I done got acclimated to the Alabama prison system. I know how it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. Of course, I'm still being me, you know, gangsta crippin'. But I'm just really doing my thing. Now, over the course of time, you're gonna meet partners and you're gonna meet dudes that you click-clack with, that you cool with, you know, boom, y'all lock it in. And I had a couple of partners like that around that time, man. And of course they was all Crips. Cause at that time, you know, when I first came to Alabama, you know, my motto was if we wasn't off the same tree, then we I was gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? Putting it like I'm being funny, trying to say, man, you know, I was kind of like, my first few years, I was kind of real anti-social toward other groups. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I didn't want nothing to do with them. It's just that, you know, I knew that at any given time in this kind of prison system way out here in the South, and you got so many different groups and so many different entities, I knew at any given time we could fall out with one of them. And if we fall out and we go to war, then, you know, all bets off. Simple as that. That was me. I didn't make partners. I ain't gonna use the term friends because, you know, that's a whole different level for me. I don't really have friends. But I knew at any given time, like I said, we fall out with another group. But here it is. I've been chilling, kicking it, running with dudes from different groups. Now I done built a tight bond with them, a tight rapport. So now when it's time to go to war, I'm looking at my partner from across the line, you know? And so, and you know, hey, I learned that attitude because I lost a couple of partners like that when I first got locked up, just trying to be cool with everybody. And then they get into it with the gang, and whatever group that they are part of, get into it with the gang, it's on and cracking. My loyalties stopped right there. You know, my loyalty went to Crip, and that was it. Anything past that, bets off. You know what I'm saying? If you get into it with us, I'ma act like me and you ain't never spoke to each other a day in our life. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's where my loyalties lied, and I was down like that. You know, I learned to be a little bit different as time went on. But like I say, when I first got locked up, that was it was Crip or die. You know what I'm saying? COD, off the rip. But anyway, as time went on, one of my partners, man, I got close with a little young Crip dude, man. He was out of Mobile, Alabama. And I got cool with him, and we was right, and this little dude was a rider. Now, one thing I had to learn over a period of time is I would give dudes the title of, oh, he a rider, he this, he that. But it took me many, many years to realize he was acting a fool and acting super duper down because of me. He wanted to show out to prove something to me. And that's what they was doing, because knowing that if they get their tail in a crack and it get too rough, I'm coming and the rest of the gang coming with me. So, you know, dudes just do stuff, robbing, fighting. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, their speech done changed up. Their vocabulary done changed up. You know what I'm saying? What they talking about changed up. They walk, they look, they act, everything they got going on, it done changed up. They done all of a sudden got around me and jumped all the way into triple OG gangster mode. Cool. I seen it for what it was, knew it for what it was, but I also was able to ascertain who was faking and who was shaking, you know. Now the little youngster that I'm talking about now, y'all know I'm really not big on names because, you know, I don't like falling out with people like that. Man, you say the name, you'd be surprised how many people on this internet watch everything and anything that got to do with anything that could transpire over to anybody in their life, you know? So saying that to say, you keep the names out or just give it a fake name and you ain't got to too much worry about it. But if you do give him a fake name, let your audience know ahead of time, like this is not his real name. Like, okay, for instance, like the little homie I'm talking about, I'ma just call him Ryder. R-I-D-E-R, like, you know what I'm saying, young Ryder. I'm gonna just call him Ryder. We gonna leave it at that. That's not his real name, but boom. Man, I got real close with Ryder. Just, it seemed like overnight, man, he would come to the cell and kick it. If I got into anything or looked like I was finna get into anything, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Knife in hand, the whole hookup. If he got into something, I was down by law to ride with him. We have been in altercations with other groups together. I have seen him get into altercations with dudes on his own. Wasn't nothing scary about him. Wasn't none of that. He was a stomped down rider, man, kicking it. I'm gonna give you this little quick story that one time me and him got involved in. Now, me and him was running around and we was robbing dudes for their weed at one time. It's a trip because a lot of stuff I could tell you about that I was getting involved in and doing in Alabama prison is stuff that I would not have been involved in a California prison in a million years. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I will say. After doing so many years in Alabama prison, my teaching and my principles and morals slipped a little bit from what I was used to and what I was doing and what I was standing on when I was doing time in California. For instance, like in California prison, I never would have stole something from somebody. In Alabama prison, I did. In the California prison, I never would have thought about robbing nobody for nothing. In the Alabama prison, I did. You know, a lot of in a California prison, I never in a million years would have thought about holding a conversation with one of the correctional officers on one-on-one. Now, if I'm gonna talk to the police, I had to have somebody else there with me to verify what was coming out my mouth. But in Alabama, it wasn't no thing. Hold a conversation with the police one-on-one, you know, it wasn't frowned upon. It wasn't nothing. So like I say, after so many years being in a different place, that thing's kind of kicked in. When in Rome, do as the Romans. So, you know, hey. Anyway, moving along. So here it is. We robbing dudes for their weed. We find out who got it. We was coming to get it. Now, of course, he smoked weed. I don't. I don't care nothing about smoking no weed. We go to rob a dude one day. He done got some type of information. He done got some type of word who got the weed. Cause I'm not gonna lie, it got to the point to where, man, dudes was scoring and they was hiding it because they didn't want me and Ryder to find out. Cause we coming. Man, it wouldn't be enough for me to be in the cell and Ryder just pop up at the cell door. Man, big homie, cuz, Doom, what's up? I'm like, man, what's up, homie? Hey, man, such and such got it. Man, you show, man. I'm telling you, cuz, he got it, man. We go get that little bit. All right, cool. You going with me, big homie? I said, cuz, I'ma ride with you, you know? And that's how it was. He was pulling stunts to support his smoking habit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pulling stunts to support my poker habit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some ends so I can go play poker, you know, just to be 1,000% honest with you. So anyway, we go to get at this cat one time, man. This cat was bucking. Man, this cat right here, boy, look here, didn't play the radio. He was an old school dude. We go to get him. When we dip up in the cell, he's standing there. He done got word that we coming. How he got word we coming, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But he was waiting on us, man. When we get there, He's standing in the middle of the cell. He done posted up. He got his back up against that window, and he got a bone crusher in his hand, a big knife in his hand. So Ryder eased through the door first, and I eased through the door behind him. Boop, I pull the door up. When we get up in the cell, Ryder was already taking his heat out. Mine wasn't exposed yet. So when I look, man, I see this fool posted up in the back, man, with a knife in his hand. And the fool, and he ready though, y'all. Man, I'm not gonna put a 3 on the 10 and act like he was no scary type dude. Old school was down by law, homie. He was like, yeah, I know y'all was coming. Come on. I know y'all was coming. Come on. Come on. We all finna die today. Come on. Like, what? We all finna die today? No, we ain't. No, not I. Man, my skin is tender, and I refuse to let it be tenderized, you know? So, Ryder, he jumping around. He like, yeah, you I'm like, hold up, cuz, hold up. Listen, hold up. So I tell old school, I say, check this out, homie. I say, I see what you're doing. I see you about yours. I say, but now I'm gonna tell you something. No matter how hard you get down, no matter what you do, I see you got a knife. I say, I'm quite sure you know. You see he got one. You know I got one. I tell him, I say, homie, you gonna lose. You gonna lose. And I say, in the process of you losing, if I get a scratch on me, or if my little homie get a scratch on him, cuz we're going to kill you in this cell. Now, if you willing to lose your life for a little ounce of weed, that's on you, homie. But I'm telling you right now, we not leaving bare booty butt naked, homie. We not leaving without something in our pockets. So now how we gonna do it? So the old dude, he got the knife. He like, get out my cell. Better get out my cell. I'm dying about mine. Ain't nobody gonna punk me. Ain't nobody gonna take nothing from me. Ain't nobody. I say, I hear you, old school. So now the whole time I'm trying to have a little dialogue with this fool. Ryder like, man, come on, cub, man, let's just blast it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get him, let's hit him. You know what I'm saying? You finna come off that weed, old man. You finna come off. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I'm come off of. Boy, he had that thing. He had that Gensu, y'all. And I'm seeing, look, I'm looking at this situation. And I'm like, look here, check this out, homie. You know what? I say, do it like this here. I had went through a situation like this before with another dude, and he came up with something that we all could live with. So I give him the same play. I tell him, I say, check this out, old school. I say, give us half, you take half. Ain't nobody got to know the worst. I told him, I say, man, we leave about this sale. People seen us coming here and they know what's going down. I'm gonna let everybody know, man, we didn't get nothing from you, that you stood your ground and that you wasn't having it. And if however story you want to spin and tell it, homie, you spin that story and tell it. I'm not finna let nobody know we got a half ounce from you and you kept the other. That ain't their business, homie. You know what I'm saying? That way we save face and you save face and don't nobody gotta be hurt. Words went back and forth a little bit, but make a long story short on that issue, he went with it. Boom, we split the ounce down the middle. Me and Ryder got one half. He got the other half. We stuffed it, cleaned up, made himself look presentable. And boom, popped the door. When we popped the door, Ryder went on about his business. But me, I'm a little bit more diplomatic. When I'm leaving out the cell, so I get a little loud a little bit. I'm like, all right, homie, that's what's up. That's what's up, homie. Hey, man, boy, you a fool, boy. Man, you crazy as I don't know what, man. But all right, man, just holler at me later on if you need something. Holler at me later on. So the old dude was like, yeah, all right. Left on down the tier, man. Wasn't nobody the smarter, the greater, or none of that. I know people looking like, dang, wait a minute, hold on, they didn't rob him? Wasn't none of their business, homie. I'm very, very good at problem solving. I'm very, very good at meeting stuff in the middle. So anyway, time goes on. Everything was cool. Ryder, I say about 5 months later, Ryder get into it. He get into it with a dude. Now the dude he get into it with has accused Ryder of doing some nefarious activities with a homosexual. Ryder wasn't with it. He didn't like it. The dude couldn't prove what he was saying about Ryder. And the burden of proof wasn't on Ryder. You have accused this man of doing something. Now you gonna have to prove it, or we gonna turn him loose. He couldn't prove it. He hated he ever brought the issue up. But now Ryder still got at him. Ryder got at him. Boom. End up going to jail. End up going to the hole. Before he got out, because he was gonna be gone for about a year probably. Before he got out, I ended up getting transferred. I got transferred. Like I say, this was around 99 or 2000, something like that. I didn't see this man again till 2011. I seen him again in 2011. So look, this is how I seen him. I'm at a whole nother prison. I'm at a lower level prison. The chain come in. When the chain come in, people going to whatever blocks they in, whatever blocks they in. So now, okay. Stop, dog. Hey, shut your mouth. Stop it. Stop it. So look, when the chain come in, everybody going to their prospective blocks, and boom, man, I'm gonna say about a day or a day and a half went by. I don't know who came in. Didn't no Crips come in because didn't nobody come let me know. Hey, Toon, we got another loc over here. Or, Toon, we got a loc over here, and blah 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 blah. So I'm okay. I'm traveling to prison. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get out, go in different blocks to do whatever I'm doing for. So I go in a block, and I'm sitting at the table, and I'm talking to two little young Crips. We talking, we chopping it up, we kicking it. A dude comes sit at the table. Now, when the dude comes sit at the table, I look at him when he comes sit down. I'm knowing, like, why this fool even sit at the table with us three Crips? Because he was a Sagoonie, you know what I'm saying? He was a he was a Tweedly Dee, Tweedly Dum, and had the whole hookup on, had makeup on, with the little bonnet thing that they wear on their head, and gonna come slide at the table. So now in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, one of the two Crips that's right here, this must be one of their boys or something. I told you how the rules go in Alabama. The demographics is totally different. A so-called regular dude, whether he's gang affiliated or not, can have a boy, and it's not frowned upon if he's doing the dude stuff and the other boy is doing. Hey, I done made videos about that stuff. Y'all know how it go. But anyway, that's Alabama. So look, I'm thinking that he belonged to one of them. So I'm like, cuz, this y'all? They like, no, homie, no. Fool just got in the other day. So, shut up, dog. Be quiet. Anyway, dog over there mad at that lawnmower, man. But anyway, so they get him like, cuz, we gone, cuz, we gone, cuz. I was like, shoot, I'm finna go too. So the little fruit roll up who just pulled up, he was like, man, Toon, let me talk to you. I'm talking about with the girl voice and all that. Toon, let me talk. I'm like, you know me? He like, yeah. So I sit down. I'm like, shoot, cuz, what's up, man? What's happening? He like, you don't remember me? I'm like, remember you? I'm like, who are you? He like, you don't remember me, huh? He say, look at me. So now when I'm looking at this fool, he got on the wave cap with the, in there, the fruit bats, they put the wave, then they got big bows, or they tied a t-shirt around their head with the, you know what I'm saying? This fool got he got that on. He got the mascara, makeup, lipstick, and all this old stuff with the girl clothes on and stuff. So I'm like, no, you now I don't know you. He like, man, he pulled the little hat thing he had on off, and then had the nerve to lean in like this. Toon, you don't know me, big homie? And he said this without the feminine voice. He said it with the regular guy voice. He like, Toon, you don't remember me, big homie? And I'm looking, and I did not know who this cat was to save his life, yo. He say, Toon, man, this Ryder, homie. Well, I can't have no glasses on for this one. Y'all got to see me. I said, is you who? He say, Tune, man, this Ryder. I said, Ryder? He like, yeah, because it's me. Because, hold on. You don't need to be saying cuz about nothing. You ain't know. You not off my side of the fence. And he talk about this Ryder. He said, man, woo, 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 woo. When he said Ryder, I want to believe in my heart of hearts, he was talking about some other Ryder that I might have met in prison and just didn't know. But he like, man, Crip Ryder, man, we was on the hill together, man. We did this. We was running and doing this. I was like, what? What? Man, y'all, I couldn't believe it. This was the little homie who the last time I seen him was like 13, 14 years prior to. I hadn't seen him in 13, 14 years. This was him. He had went home and came back. So I'm like, hold up, cuz, hold up. I'm like, man, little homie, he like, yeah. I'm like, man, I'm looking. I'm like, man. I said, man, what's wrong with you? I said, come, man, what's wrong with you, fool? You done lost your mind? What's up? He like, Tune, man, this what it is, man. I'm like, cuz you got turned down prison like that? And that's when he told me, say, no, homie, this happened on the street. I said, on the street? He say, man, when I went home, man, I started getting involved with people and getting involved with stuff that I ain't had no business getting involved in. Next thing I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm realizing that I'm really, really like this. I'm like, man, come on, man. Then I said, really, really like this. Then it dawned on me that incident that he had with another guy about some stuff years and years ago that he went to lockup for. He went to jail for it. I said, oh man, I couldn't believe. I didn't know what to do, man. I didn't know what to do. I had so much stuff running through. Should we violate him? Should we, hurt him? Should not? I mean, I didn't know. Cause like he said he went home. He said he stayed out about 8 years. He said during the 8 years that he stayed out, like I say, he got caught up in living an alternative life because of the people that he was around, stuff that he was doing. And he said he had internal urges and all this and that. I'm like, hey, homie, that's on you. Why, keep your internal urges right with you, because I don't want them urging me. But that was him, man. He sit there, tried to explain it, and I couldn't. I say, man, check this out. To each his own, man. I say, this ain't some BS you did in prison or whatever. So I ain't finna push play on you like that. I say, but this is your lifestyle you got into on the street. I say, man, as long as you realize and recognize you not no Crip, you ain't got nothing to do with Crip. Don't be around here talking about no cuz, no none of that. Don't do it. I'ma push play. He was like, nah, I know how it go, Tune. I know how it go, man. Know how it go, big homie. I say, first off, I'm not your big homie. I'm not your big homie. That's, boom. You just know me as Cartoon. I say, look, from this point on, go and do what you do. Don't come around me. Don't come kick it with me. Try to be cool with me. I say, homie, because I can't understand it. This is super duper weird to me, and I can't really understand it. But hey, to each his own. He ended up, he seen it wasn't no need for us to sit there and keep on trying to talk about it. I laid the law down. You do you, I'm gonna do me. Stay away from me, I'm gonna stay away from you. Don't say nothing about Crip, and you gonna be all right. You ain't gonna have a problem with us. Go live your life and do what you're doing. And that's basically what happened, man. But that blew my wig back. I did not know who that cat was. I don't know if that was something that was buried deep within and he didn't know or what. But whatever it was, he let it out. He let his hair down. Boy, he went home. He went home a rider and came back Rihanna. Boy. Anyway, man, tell the people you love them, y'all. Youngsters, stay out this jail south stuff. Stay out of it, man. Stay out of it. And don't never forget, homie, I represent the gangsters. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.
When I file, then you cop. Don't nobody drop. You better better pin into the block. Man, fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it, are you with me? Hey gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, hey, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Hands up into my days up, say